Hello and thanks for joining us tonight. With just 4 days left in the early voting period, we are watching elections all around Central Georgia. One of the big races we're tracking, the race for making Bibb mayor.
Last week, we reported on the platforms for Mayor Lester Miller and challenger Shekita Maxwell. We also told you Maxwell refused to talk with us. Anthony Montalto tells us more about what we plan to ask Maxwell, including a long history of legal disputes.
Since March, I've reached out to Maxwell several times asking for interviews, but all of those requests turned out the same way. Maxwell declined. Last week, though, Maxwell did accept an interview to talk about her platform, but canceled, then rescheduled, and canceled again.
No, sir. No, thank you.
We also hope to give Maxwell a chance to address a long record of brushes with the law. She declined.
Why not?
No, thank you.
I mean,
The same reason why I told you the other day. Y'all always paint me in a negative light. You never paint me in a good light.
Court records and Bibb Sheriff's Office reports detail arguments with an apartment rental agent, family members, co-workers, and her children's dance instructor. An incident report calls Maxwell irate after the dance instructor called her to pick her children up. The report says she shut the music off by damaging an amplifier. Maxwell said she was sentenced to anger management classes for that incident, according to her statement in an unrelated lawsuit about a year later. That suit came about because Maxwell was fired from the post office after less than a month on the job. The post office says her arguments with co-workers escalated to violence. A federal judge threw out her lawsuit. In 2022, Maxwell was working the polls for Bibb County when a man called the sheriff's office saying Maxwell would not let him in. The man was a Republican poll watcher, and the report says Maxwell's supervisor told her to let him in, but she refused. Maxwell's currently facing battery charges for an August incident at Bowman Station Apartments. According to court documents, Maxwell was upset because maintenance workers got dust on her car. That allegedly led to this argument inside the office. Last month, the judge threw out her motion for immunity, where she argued she was acting in self-defense. The judge rejected Maxwell's argument that the leasing manager used words of aggression. Now, back in March, we reported the county accused Maxwell of mismanaging more than $20,000 she got to run her anti-violence program, Royal Science. Now, they did say they sent her 2 demand letters asking for the money back, but Maxwell said on the phone at the time she didn't know anything about the letters, even though county records show she responded to one of them. Back to you.
Although Maxwell declined to speak with us, our invitation to her remains open if she'd like to share her goals for office or address any of these cases. You can find what we know about Maxwell's platform right now on 13WMAZ.com.